Another 5% gains coming in for Tata Motors for a second day on the trot. Very solid commentary made by the chairman of Tata Sons, N Chandrasekaran, yesterday at the AGM. And perhaps it's the overall sentiment as well that's boosting the entire auto basket today in trade. But let me just flag off what essentially was the commentary from N Chandrasekaran, especially with regard to the debt picture. Do remember that the debt scenario and the concerns regarding it for Tata Motors have been weighing down the stock, have been a huge overhang on the stock for many quarters now. Yes, repeatedly, Mr. P.V. Balaji has been giving commentary about how they have very strict and tight cost controls in place. They've talked about turning around. They've also in the past mentioned about making JLR and the company, the entire Tata Motors group, free cash flow positive as well by FY22. But yesterday, what essentially happened is that Mr. N Chandra also said that they want to make Tata Motors a zero debt company over the next 3 years. Now that is important. Also the fact that they seem to have taken a leaf out of Reliance Industries book to make the company debt free. That was a big headline that caught the eye of the investor and people on the market as well. Yes, the company in the past has also said that the current debt levels are unsustainable, and like I said, very alarming levels. The actions are underway to significantly lower debt by improving operational performance. But what is essential and what is very critical for this turnaround and for the debt significantly to come down is for JLR to become sustainably cash positive by FY22. JLR not only is Tata Motors' cash cow, but it's also been a huge overhang given the weak performance of this one and the large contribution that JLR has to the overall operational performance of Tata Motors. More than 80-85% contribution comes from JLR. So for that to become FCF positive by FY22 will be very critical. Of course, you need an optimist at this point in time to find too many positives in the stock. But given that the management is also looking to unlock value from the non-core assets, that also is somewhat aiding the sentiment at this juncture. Do remember that the management that there was a buzz about the management looking at hiving off their domestic passenger vehicle business. Of course, they dismissed all the news, all the reports and rumors that they're not looking at any such move. But now that they're saying that they want to unlock value from their non-core assets, it will be interesting to see which business divisions they will be essentially sort of getting rid of or looking to restructure and unlock more value. But at this point in time, it's the encouraging commentary. The 3-year deadline to make the company debt free is something that the street seems to be cheering about, with Tata Motors gaining more than 5% intraday for a second day in a row.